Imagine a place where nature is so grand that it looks like something out of a painting. In Norway, everything around seems magical. The fjords stretch out like arms embracing the sea, the lights of the Aurora Borealis dance across the sky like an enchanted color show, and the Viking heritage is present in every corner, recalling stories of courage and adventure. Here you can explore modern cities like Oslo, full of life and culture, or get lost in the Arctic landscapes, where silence and snow form a unique setting. Walking through these lands is like traveling back in time, discovering everything from the oldest mountains to coastal villages that seem to have stood still in time. Shall we embark on this journey together and uncover the secrets that make Norway one of the most fascinating and unforgettable places in the world? Imagine a place where giant green mountains embrace a crystal blue river that flows peacefully between them. These are the fjords of Norway. Millions of years ago, ice carved out these mountains, creating a dreamlike landscape that today attracts people from all over the world. One of the most famous fjords is Geiranger, which is so beautiful and special that it has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Did you know that this title says that the place is so precious that it must be cared for forever? The fjords are much more than a beautiful landscape. When you're there, it feels like you've entered a fairy tale world, with the sound of waterfalls falling from the mountains and the peaceful silence of the waters. People like to explore these fjords in boats, passing close to the mountains and seeing every detail up close. Just imagine the feeling of sailing there, surrounded by so much beauty and history. Now, imagine being in a place where you see 7 waterfalls falling side by side, as if they were sisters dancing. That's the famous Seven Sisters waterfall. Each stream of water represents a sister, flowing down the mountain and directly into the fjord. It's like a magical presentation of nature that remains etched in the memory of the beholder. And that's not the only impressive waterfall. Vinjafossen is the highest waterfall in Europe at 865 meters, almost like a giant water tower. These waterfalls are not only beautiful, they also help tell the story of Norway's mountains and rivers. They are born from the melting of ice and snow that accumulates on the heights, and the force with which the water descends is so impressive that it looks like a fireworks show, but made of water. Seeing one of these falls live is something that enchants and leaves people speechless, as if they had found a special secret of nature. The Jostedalsbreen Glacier is one of the most incredible places in Norway and is, in fact, the largest glacier in the whole of Europe. Imagine a huge mountain of ice stretching for many kilometers. This glacier forms beautiful lakes and rivers of turquoise water as the ice melts, creating a scene that looks like a painting. People love to visit Jostedalsbreen to explore the trails and even walk on the ice, feeling part of this unique frozen landscape. The Jostedalsbreen is also very important for the environment because it shapes the land around it. As the ice moves, it leaves rocks and creates valleys, changing the landscape over time. It's as if nature is sculpting everything with great patience and strength. What's more, it attracts tourists from all over who can take guided tours and learn about the science behind this ice giant. If you're enjoying this trip to Norway, why not subscribe to the channel? That way you won't miss any of the upcoming adventures, whether you're discovering new destinations, learning incredible trivia, or marveling at breathtaking landscapes. Click on the subscribe button and join us on this journey. The Sami are a very special indigenous people who have lived in northern Norway for thousands of years. They are famous for reindeer herding, which is part of their culture and everyday life. Imagine what it would be like to look after a herd of reindeer and guide them through the icy landscapes. For the Sami, this is not just work, but a tradition that connects each generation with their ancestors and the surrounding nature. And this care for the reindeer shows how much they respect and know the environment they live in. In addition to the reindeer, Sami culture is full of colors, music, and its own language, which is unique and very old. They have traditional clothes, called gakti, which are vibrant and detailed, worn at festivals and celebrations. The Sami also share their culture with visitors through tours, songs, and stories, allowing more people to learn about their history and the unique way they live in harmony with nature. Norway is known as one of the most honest countries in the world. This means that people trust the government and the laws because everything is done transparently, meaning that everyone can see and understand what is going on. The Norwegian government strives to be fair and to take good care of public money, using it to benefit all people, such as in education and health. This commitment to honesty creates a sense of security for citizens, who know that their country is well run. An example of this is the famous oil fund. Norway invests the profits from oil very well and saves these resources for the future, ensuring that all citizens can benefit now and later. From an early age, Norwegians learn the importance of being honest and responsible towards their community. This culture of respect and fairness makes people trust each other and take pride in the country they live in. Steggestein Lookout is a spectacular place for those who want to see the beauty of Norway's fjords and mountains in a unique way. Imagine a platform that stretches out over the cliff, looking like you're floating over the fjord. The view is breathtaking, with the green mountains and glistening waters below creating a picture-perfect backdrop. During the summer, the landscape is vibrant and full of color, while in autumn, the leaves change hue, forming a natural spectacle. Steggestein's accessibility is another plus point. It's easy to reach by both car and bus, and the lookout point is close to the parking lot, so people of all ages can enjoy this incredible view. For those who like hiking, there are paths all around that allow you to explore even more of the area and connect with nature. It's the kind of place that will enchant anyone, especially those who love the tranquility and grandeur of nature. In Norway, there is a special law called allemannsretten, which gives everyone the right to explore nature freely. This means that anyone can hike, camp and enjoy natural spaces, even on private land, as long as they respect nature and leave everything as they found it. Imagine being able to pitch your tent by a lake or walk along trails in the middle of the mountains without having to ask permission. This freedom is very important to Norwegians who have a special relationship with nature. This law helps people to feel a strong bond with the environment and to appreciate the country's natural beauty. It also encourages respect for nature, as those who use these spaces also learn to take care of them. For Norwegians, being outdoors, whether hiking, fishing or camping, is part of everyday life and brings benefits for health and well-being. The wooden churches in Norway are true works of art and are hundreds of years old. Built in medieval times, these churches show how skilled the ancient Norwegians were with wood, creating incredible details and sturdy structures. Borgen Church, for example, is one of the best known and looks like a fairy tale castle with its towers and dragon carvings. Each church has a unique style, mixing Viking and Christian influences, which makes these buildings even more fascinating. Today there are only 28 of these churches left in Norway, but they are very well cared for and attract visitors from all over the world. Entering a wooden church is like taking a trip back in time, feeling the peaceful atmosphere and admiring every detail of the carvings and carpentry. These places are more than religious sites. They are true cultural symbols that showcase the rich history and talent of Norway's ancient craftsmen. Are you enjoying this exploration of Norway? Then leave a like to support the channel and comment down here on what has caught your attention so far. We want to know what you thought and which places you dream of visiting. Your opinion is very important to us. The Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights, is one of the most incredible natural spectacles in the world, and Norway is one of the best places to see it. Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing green, purple and red lights dancing like a magic show. This phenomenon happens when particles from the sun interact with the Earth's atmosphere, creating these beautiful, bright colors. The cities of Tromsø and Svalbard in the north of the country are popular with tourists who want to witness this wonder. Winter is the best time to see the Aurora Borealis, as the nights are longer and darker, making the lights even more visible. Many visitors take guided tours, where experts show them the best viewing points and even help them take photos. It's an experience that will stay with you forever, as seeing the Aurora Borealis live is like watching a painting come to life in the sky. The midnight sun is an incredible phenomenon that happens in Norway, especially north of the Arctic Circle, where the sun never sets during the summer. Imagine going out for a walk or a hike at midnight and it still being light as if it were the middle of the day. This phenomenon occurs between the end of May and the end of July in regions like Svalbard, where the sun stays on the horizon without disappearing, bringing a golden light that makes everything around even more beautiful. During this period, people take the opportunity to do outdoor activities at any time of the day or night. You can explore the fjords, fish, camp and admire the scenery without worrying about the lack of light. What's more, the midnight sun creates a special atmosphere of celebration with festivals, events and lots of people enjoying the sunny night. It's a unique experience that shows how nature can be surprising and transform the way we live. The Lærdal Tunnel is a marvel of Norwegian engineering and the longest road tunnel in the world, at an impressive 24.5 kilometers long. It connects two beautiful regions of Norway, Lærdal and Orland, making transportation easier, especially in winter when the roads can be dangerous. Driving through it is like taking a unique trip. The tunnel has special lighting with blue and yellow lights and even rest areas that mimic the open sky, making the experience less tiring and even fun. As well as being practical, the tunnel has been designed to make drivers feel comfortable and safe. The light caves, designed to simulate the outside environment, help to avoid monotony during the long journey. This attention to detail shows how much Norway values people's safety and comfort, even in grandiose projects like this one. Driving through it is like crossing a modern work of art, where innovation and beauty meet underground. In Norway, parents have a very special benefit, one of the longest and most flexible parental leaves in the world. This means that when a baby is born, both mother and father can stay at home for up to 49 weeks on full pay, or 59 weeks on 80% pay. Imagine being able to look after your child without worrying so much about money. This leave is an incentive for fathers to enjoy time with their children in the first few months, which is very important for creating strong bonds. This support for parents also helps to promote equality within the home, as both father and mother can share responsibilities. In Norway, many companies also offer flexible working hours and extra benefits to help parents balance work and childcare. This policy makes families feel valued and reassured to return to work when they are ready, knowing that they have been able to dedicate precious time to their children. Are you enjoying this exploration of Norway? Then leave a like to support the channel and comment down here on what has caught your attention so far. We want to know what you thought and which places you dream of visiting. Your opinion is very important to us. The bunad is more than a traditional garment in Norway, it's a symbol of pride and history. Each region in Norway has its own style of bunad, with unique colors, embroidery and details that represent the local culture. People wear these costumes on special occasions such as Constitution Day on May 17th, which is one of the country's most important holidays. Seeing so many people wearing the bunad in the streets is like watching a parade of colors and traditions, where each outfit tells a bit of Norwegian history. These costumes are handmade and passed down from generation to generation, which makes each bunad even more special. They are so detailed that they can take weeks, even months to complete. As well as being beautiful, the bunads represent the Norwegians' affection for their culture and are a symbol of the connection between past and present. Wearing a bunad is, for Norwegians, a way of celebrating their roots and keeping family traditions alive. In Norway, public libraries are much more than just places to borrow books. They are true centers of learning and culture. With a literacy rate of over 97%, almost all Norwegians can read and write, which shows how much education is valued. Libraries are scattered all over the country, offering free access to books, magazines, audiobooks and even digital resources. In addition, they have cozy spaces with sofas and reading corners where people can relax and explore the world of literature. These libraries also organize various activities to encourage the habit of reading from an early age. There are storytelling sessions for children, reading clubs for teenagers and even workshops for adults. This support helps to build a more informed and engaged community, where everyone has the chance to learn and develop. Norway understands that a population that reads is a stronger population, and libraries are a way of ensuring that knowledge is accessible to all. The Preikestolen Pulpit is one of Norway's most famous rock formations and a real challenge for adventure seekers. This impressive rock stands 604 meters high and offers a breathtaking view of the Lyse Fjord. Imagine standing at the top, looking down at the blue fjord below, surrounded by green mountains. The trail to Preikestolen is about 8 kilometers long and takes 4 to 5 hours, passing through varied terrain that makes the hike exciting. For those who reach the top, the reward is a landscape that looks like a painting. On sunny days, the sun reflects off the water, creating a magical scene that attracts tourists from all over the world. Many people take photos near the edge to capture this unforgettable moment, but always be careful as the height is really impressive. Visiting the Preikestolen is a unique experience that connects people with nature and shows how great and beautiful Norway can be. Norway has a history full of adventure and part of it comes from the famous Vikings. The Vikings were much more than warriors. They were skilled explorers, traders and craftsmen. In Norwegian museums such as the Viking Ship Museum in Oslo, you can see original ships that they used to sail the seas over 1,000 years ago. These boats have impressive details, with hand carvings that show the talent and creativity of the Vikings. As well as the boats, there are tombs, weapons and tools that reveal what life was like back then. They believed in life after death, and many of their buildings and objects reflect their beliefs and traditions. Exploring the Viking heritage in Norway is like stepping back in time and imagining how these people braved the open sea, discovered new lands and left a legacy that still inspires stories and films today. For those visiting the country, it's an opportunity to learn more about this fascinating culture that is part of the Norwegian identity. Norway is one of the happiest countries in the world and no wonder. The government provides quality education and health care for everyone free of charge, which makes people feel safe and cared for. In addition, Norwegians have a strong bond with nature. and many enjoy outdoor activities such as hiking, fishing, and even skiing in winter. This connection with nature brings peace and helps improve well-being, creating a balanced and healthy routine. Another factor that contributes to the happiness of Norwegians is social support. Most people feel they can count on friends, family, or even the community in difficult times. This feeling of belonging to a community brings comfort and reduces anxiety. With a strong economy and low unemployment, Norwegians manage to balance work and leisure, valuing time with family and moments of rest. All this together creates an environment where happiness is a priority for everyone. In Norway, gender equality is taken very seriously, and the country is one of the world leaders in this area. Women have practically the same opportunities as men at work and in politics, holding important positions and helping to make decisions that impact the nation. In the Norwegian parliament, for example, more than 40% of the members are women, which shows how much the country values the presence of women in positions of power. In addition, Norwegian companies encourage equality in the workplace, ensuring that men and women have the same chances to grow in their careers. This includes supportive policies such as flexible working hours and parental leave for both parents, which allow everyone to balance work and family life. Norway believes that when there is equality, everyone wins, because people feel valued and have more freedom to achieve their dreams. Norway is a true powerhouse of clean energy, and almost all of the country's electricity comes from hydroelectric dams. With its many rivers, fjords, and lakes, Norway harnesses the power of water to generate electricity in a sustainable way. It's amazing to think that 99% of the electricity used in the country is produced by hydroelectric plants, which reduces pollution and helps preserve the environment. This commitment to green energy makes Norway an example to the world when it comes to caring for nature. As well as being sustainable, hydropower is a renewable source, which means it never runs out. Norwegian hydroelectric dams not only supply the country's homes and industries, but also help to keep Norway self-sufficient in energy. This energy independence brings security and also inspires other nations to invest in clean energy sources. Norway shows that it is possible to use natural resources intelligently and responsibly, ensuring a greener future for all. Galdhøpiggen is the highest point in Norway and all of Northern Europe, at an impressive 2,469 meters high. Climbing to the top of this mountain is quite an adventure for those who enjoy hiking and challenges. The view from the top is incredible. On clear days you can see snow-capped mountains and even some of the surrounding glaciers. The hike to the summit can be difficult, but every step is rewarded by the spectacular scenery that only Norwegian nature can offer. Many tourists and Norwegians take advantage of the summer months to climb Galdhøpiggen, as the weather is more favorable. For those seeking safety, there are also guided tours that take adventurers to the top with all the necessary support. The climb is not just about reaching the summit, but also about enjoying nature, listening to the silence of the mountains and feeling the thrill of conquering one of Norway's most imposing natural wonders. We have reached the end of this journey through magical Norway, a country that combines breathtaking landscapes with a rich history full of mysteries. I hope you've been inspired to explore every corner, from the enchanting fjords to the dancing lights of the northern lights. And remember, travel is about discovering the world and yourself. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more incredible destinations and leave a comment on what fascinated you most about this adventure. See you next time.